Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I have filmed and I'm sorry, but I'm back and I'm going to be making heaps more tutorials because I'm in a new house. My filming setup is permanent and yeah, I have heaps of new like things that I want to do, new videos. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this makeup look. Please keep watching if you want to learn how to do it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye! Okay, so I'm going to be starting with my Olay Moisturising Sensitive Skin Cream and then my Inika Truly Organic Primer and my Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, of course. For foundation, I'm using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation using my Real Techniques buffing brush to buff that in. Always make sure you shake your foundation bottle just so that because it can be separated sometimes after you haven't used it for a few days or so. So just shake it so that you're not, so that you're getting the best use out of your foundation. Always making sure that you buff it over your whole face, like don't miss any areas. Always make sure that you get it into like the edges of your hairline. Always buff it into your hairline because you don't want a line where like your hair starts and your foundation ends. You want it to look like it's your natural skin colour, which it isn't, but we'll pretend that it is. And yeah, just buffing it into your earlobes as well, like your ears. Make sure, because your ears can, like mine are right now, can look very red and pale compared to your face. So, and your ears are attached to your head, so you want it to look similar. And then, yeah, also making sure that you buff it down into your neck. Don't ever forget the neck because it's so important. Yeah, so into your neck, down even further past your neck, like onto your chest, just so that like it's just seamless and it looks natural. Then using my Chanel Tandy Soleil for a bronzer slash contour, which is like a cream contour sort of thing, and using my contour brush by Real Techniques. I'm just going to grab that onto the brush and put it all over my forehead, on my temples, just to warm up my whole face really. I don't know, I just put it anywhere that I feel like the sun would naturally hit, and it just to warm up my whole complexion because I do like that sun-kissed tanned face. I just like being tanned. There's nothing wrong with being pale, but I like being tanned personally. Yeah, bring it down into my cheekbones, looking very sculpted. On the other side, one thing I do love doing is just like literally smashing on the contour on my cheekbones. It may be a little bit too much for some people, like you might not want to put this much bronzer contour on. I love it personally just because I feel like it makes it more dramatic, and just like the more bronzed you look, I think the more like goddess you look, so that's why I do it. Then I'm going to be putting it on my neck, on the 2 points, like on my lower neck, on the sides of my neck and on my collarbones and the tops of my shoulders, and that just makes like joins your chest into your head just so you look very like, I don't know, all over bronzy. Then I'm using my MAC concealer which is the NW20 Select Moisture Cover. Moisture Cover, and then I'm going to be putting that underneath my eyeballs, of course. Then I'm going to be using, to put that in, I'm just going to be using a damp beauty blender, of course. Just run under a tap, squeeze it 3 times, and then once I've screwed it 3 times, take it out and put it into a towel, squeeze it 3 times again, and then I use it like that. For anybody who hasn't used a damp beauty blender, you should, because it's awesome. Then I'm going to be putting that concealer on my chin and also onto my Cupid's bow, just blending that out again. My beauty blender looks really dirty, but it's not, because I've used it like twice, so that's Orkies, but oh well. This isn't a Beauty Blender official, it's actually just Chi Chi Cosmetics one, which I think is exactly the same to be honest, so I would use that if I was you because it's a lot cheaper. I'm going to be putting the concealer in the centre of my forehead and just blending that out with my Beauty Blender, just pressing into my forehead. Yeah, just so that I have a like nice even, I don't know, forehead. Then putting it onto the tip of my nose and down the centre of my nose. I like to put it like all down the centre of my face just because I like the centre of my face to look nice and light and bright, and then the outer edges to look a bit more receded so that my face just looks like awake and open. Does that make sense? Probably not. Then I'm putting that same concealer on below my contour, just adding a little bit more underneath, just so that I've got a little bit more product.
And just pushing that with my beauty blender underneath and blending it out a little bit more so it's not too harsh, but then I don't want it to get lost, so I leave it there a little bit. And I'm doing that on the other side underneath my contour. This concealer I honestly prefer to so many others. Then I'm using my Clinique Super Balance Powder. I forgot which colour it is, but I'll mention it below. And I'm using my Sigma tapered, which one is it? Tapered face brush, which is the F25 brush, to apply my powder. I'm also eating some Lindt chocolate, so ignore the chewing. I was so hungry because it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I hadn't even had lunch, so I just ate some chocolate and drank some wine. Yeah, I'm applying that to my chin, cupid's bow, underneath my eyes, center of my forehead, and underneath my cheekbones. Then I'm using my MAC blush, which is called Animal Instincts, and it is a frost application. So it's a really beautiful, it's like a bronzy pink, a bronzy purple, which I think this colour is gorgeous. I think it might only suit more tan skin tones. I'd try it in the shop before you buy it if you were a bit more on the pale side. Then I'm using my Becca Skin Finish in Champagne Pop, of course, Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop. And then I'm using my highlighter brush by Sigma, which is called the Tapered Highlighter Brush, F35, along my cheekbones. And then in the center of my forehead, down my nose, on the top of my eyebrows, down my nose, and then cupid's bow and chin. I put a little bit much on. Then I'm using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and I'm using the colour in the center, the Incandescent Light colour. And then I'm also using my Sigma brush, which is a duo fibre brush, and it's F15, that one. And I just pretty much put that all over my whole face. The incandescent light is a beautiful glow. Like, it's not like a thick shimmer, thick glitter. It's like a slight shimmer glow. It's just gorgeous. I feel like anybody who hasn't got the incandescent light, aim to buy it because it's beautiful. I just do my eyebrows then too, so they're done. I'm going to do a tutorial on them soon. And I'm using a flat definer brush. This one doesn't have a name, but you can buy them from any brand. And then I'm using that blue and that green mixed together. Yep, pointing them out like 3 times. Crazy face. And then I'm going to be putting that on my mobile lid, the blue colour first. And just using that flat definer, just pressing that all over. This is my Morphe eyeshadow palette. I'll write below which one it is because I can't remember. But yeah, this is not a custom palette, and you can order this one. And then I'm using the green colour on top of that blue. And I'm just patting that all over my lid. Just because I felt like that was a little bit too blue, I wanted to make it a bit more aqua. Then I'm using my F25 eyeshadow brush by Sigma, which is awesome for blending. So I'm just blending that out with that brush, adding a little bit more blue on the brush just to bring it upwards a little bit more. Then I'm using my Napoleon Curtis 10R sculpting brush, and then grabbing a little bit more of that green, using this is a brushes there by UBU, which is a Kmart brand if you're in Australia, or America has Kmart, I'm pretty sure, but I'll link that below because they come in a set of 3. This is 1 out of 3, and it's only like $10 or something for 3, and it's a good little brush for this specific area. Then I'm using my MAC Modern Majesty Pressed Pigment Eyeshadow, and to apply that I'm using my Models Prefer brush, which is called my Shadow and Concealer, which I feel like it wouldn't be for concealer, but sure. And I'm just putting that on the outer corners just to darken it up a little bit. Then I'm using my MAC eyeshadow in Uninterrupted, and again that Napoleon Curtis buffing brush, the 10R brush, just to buff that into from the outer to the inner and higher up towards the brow bone, right there. And on the other eye. This brush is beautiful. I think it is still available, and if it is, like, it is a bit more on the expensive side, but it's just so soft. Like, I love it. Then grabbing the Sigma brush again, the buffing brush E25, and just brushing that underneath my waterline, more on the outer corners, not waterline, under eye, lower lash line, that's what I'm trying to say, on the outer corners, but bringing it in a little bit, but mostly concentrating on the outer corner. Then I'm adding a little bit more of that dark greeny colour, just because I felt like the bluey green got a little bit lost amongst that brown, so just like, yeah, putting a little bit more of that on. Buffing a little bit more of that blue higher up, once again, because I felt like it got a little bit more lost. That's the E35 Sigma buffing brush. Then using this dark brown and like a grey brown on that Models Prefer sculpting brush on the outer edges, just to darken up a little bit more. And then using my Sigma flat definer brush with a plain matte black shadow on the lower lash line, just on the outer corner, bringing it into the centre a little bit more as well, just because I wanted the lower lash line to be a little bit more defined. And I'm also putting that on the top lash line as well, just to darken that, like give it a little bit more of a liner look. I didn't want to go with a liquid liner just because I felt like I liked this look being a little bit more rough and less defined, sort of thing. Then I'm using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in, ooh, that looks really gross, in Milk. And yeah, I'm just putting that on my lower lash line, on my lower waterline, and just redefining that black eyeshadow underneath with the flat definer. Now, that mascara I'm using is a CoverGirl mascara. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll list it below. It's not that great. I think it's the only one I had on hand, but yeah, I'll let you know. Put that on my upper and lower lashes. Then using my Sienna eyelashes by Glam by Manicare and my Adele lash adhesive, and just getting excited about my background. I really love my new background. It's not that exciting, it's probably not that great, but I love it. That is MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick, and it is a matte lipstick by MAC. It was a little bit pink for me, so in a mini you'll see I'll put a little bit of a lighter colour in the centre, but it's a beautiful colour. Like, Velvet Teddy is a gorgeous lipstick, and I feel like people that don't have it, that like nudie pinks, should buy it because it's like it's a good all-rounder. Then I'm using my Centerfold lip liner by Chi Chi, which is a great nude, and I'm just like putting that all over the lips because I kept on feeling like it was a little bit too rosy for this look. I wanted it to be a little bit more nude, but I wasn't quite there yet, so I used this Stay All Day liquid lipstick. And I think it's called Bellissima, this one, and I just put that in the centre of my lips and then rubbed it in with my finger just to make it a little bit more light coloured, and that really like finished it off for me. I felt like that made it a bit nicer. I felt like I needed it to be a little bit lighter. Then I used my MAC setting spray and just sprayed that all over my face just to set all that stuff and set the powder and everything. I love putting that on. It's just like, ah. Then I'm putting just these rose gold studs in. These are just fake rose gold from Lavisa, which is just a little like dress in a store. But yeah, anyway, that's the look. I hope you guys enjoy.
So there you have it, guys. That's the end of the tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. So yeah, I will be uploading a lot more soon just because I'm moving to my new house, like I said, and I've just got a lot more time and I've got a permanent space to do it all. So yeah, I will be filming another one really soon. Please let me know what sort of looks you would like to see. I do have a lot up my sleeve, but I like hearing your recommendations as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you're new and you liked the makeup, and like if you really enjoyed it too. And if you didn't like it, and if you're gonna be mean, you can go away. Okay, thanks guys, bye!